I can't believe we're about to do this. So a few weeks ago, I bumped into the incredible Ian.
My hairdresser, because I was Her Majesty the Queen's hairdresser for 25 years.
Can you believe that? Ian has very kindly invited me to come and get my hair done. I can't believe this. Let's go.
So we trim just to tidy it up. We've got a wee treatment on it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
I can't believe
You keep saying, are you sure?
I know.
Yeah, I'm very sure.
It's lovely. How long have you been a hairdresser?
50 years. I'm older than time. Hairdressing
come in.
started in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then, seen all the different eras coming.
Yeah.
From the Farrah Fawcett Majors and
Yeah.
the Charlie's Angels to the
Yeah.
punk era. I was a skinny guy. And so the David Bowie look was great. The big shoulder pads, no jacket.
Yeah.
Nothing underneath the jacket, big belt.
Yeah.
I like that era. World has changed. All these beautiful people
Yeah.
depicts how a girl should look,
Yeah.
rather than just be a girl and just have fun.
Yeah.
But we belly laugh.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been different.
How old were you when you started in the salon?
14 going on 15. And I got the job by literally walking in and asking. But I love the idea. I love the idea of, hairdressing. I think it's a nice craft to be in. We used to work with these holistic therapists on board cruise ships, who do massage and do Reiki and all this healing processes. It's all part of their therapy. And they were getting just as much out of it
as the
person
client
as well.
Yeah.
I think that's where hairdressing as well is.
Yeah.
There's something very pleasurable about making someone feel nice.
Yeah.
As you know, I don't have much barriers. I think I quite like breaking the barrier
Yes.
and making someone feel comfortable,
Yeah.
even though you've never met them
Yes.
before. I think it's a gift, Julie.
Because people confess to all sorts in a hairdressing chair, don't they? Let's face
Almost
it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear an awful lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know whatever comes from that. I don't know if it's the fact that they've got that moment where they can just,
It's safe.
just be nice.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, Holy Mary, by speaking to a stranger,
Yeah.
you open up more. But I think that's a lot to do with the person, the other side of the person.
Yeah.
Who is
And you have to adapt to clients,
almost
right?
definitely,
You're going to have someone
asking
that's not.
questions, These kind of come natural.
Have you always been inquisitive like that, do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, and I find developing people quite easy because I think because I came from a relatively quiet family and I was the talker. My dad never says much,
Yeah.
Give him a couple of whiskies and he couldn't get him to shut up. But but my mum was maybe a bit the most talkative. My sister wasn't. My brother's not really.
Yeah.
I'm the vocal one. It's amazing because if there was any family problems or things that had to be discussed, Irene would sort it out. It was always Irene will do this and Irene will do that.
Yeah. Do you think that's helped in your career?
Oh, most definitely. Because I've been hairdressing for 50 years, I'm not afraid of the challenge of cutting hair.
Yeah.
I've been there, I've done it, I bought the
Yeah.
t-shirt. And the same also as well as, the people, I've looked after a few famous people in my day.
Yeah.
As you know already.
Yeah.
Prior to the main one,
Yeah.
I did look after other famous people. And I'm always aware that you're only as good as your last haircut.
Yeah.
As you're only as good as your
Well,
last
I'm only as good as my last
comment.
chat. Do you know what I mean?
It's kept myself grounded is because, one, I come from the north, and two, I come from a family who were not there to blow our own trumpet and make you be big and beef yourself.
Yeah.
I don't get excited with fame or famous people because at the end of the day, they just want to be normal.
Also, Ian,
and
they just
all
want
they
the
want is a
haircut.
haircut.
Yeah.
That's it. At the end of the day,
Just want a
that's what it
haircut.
equals.
Yeah.
A haircut, a good time, meeting someone nice, and a nice hour with someone. And that's basically it. There's nothing wrong in being nice. I don't think we should underestimate the fact of the power of silence as well. To find out that maybe the client doesn't want to talk, so that's fine, we don't talk.
Yeah.
And I think by reading
completely.
that is great, and you're still connecting together. Mimic plays a great part in communicating. I mimic the person, so if they're very proper. If I was to drop something, I wouldn't say, oh bugger, I'd say, oh bother.
Yes.
I go into this mode, I take on this different identity.
Yeah.
It can be hard, trying to find you. But as long as today I'm going to be good, and today I'm going to be happy, and today I'm going to be, productive, and that's kind of where I'd like to be.
Yeah.
A lot of what we do is kind of self-expression.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. It's
Yeah,
in the
of
category
course.
of artistry. Although you're not actually clapping your hands,
Yeah.
but by showing them the back of their hair and say that's lovely, it's nice, I love it, it's an applause.
Oh.
So I do a lot of weddings, but when you see the bride and you
Yeah.
literally you put the veil on, and she's walking out the room, and her dad looks at her, and there's tears and whatever. That is beautiful. I mean, I've done quite a lot of tiaras in my days, you know. I get all kind of gooey at that,
Yeah.
you know, because I can cry like that.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I mean,
I'm
honestly, God,
leaky here.
if I wasn't a hairdresser, what I really should have been was just like a cheap mourner, you know. I can cry in a card shop.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
look at me, 65, crying in a card shop. Get over it. Yeah. There's nothing worse if you know you sense your client's not 100% happy.
Yeah.
You really do take it on board very personally.
Yes.
You know, I would
Yeah.
love to be one of these people who go, oh, so what? You can't please everybody all the time. But that doesn't
No,
sit with me.
no.
And I think that's
And that's not who you
yeah,
are.
And I wouldn't be that person today if that was my attitude.
And you wouldn't
understand
have
me?
done the hair you've done and had the life you've had
Yeah.
if that was your attitude.
Oh, totally.
Obviously, because you've been hairdressing for 50 years, which is just incredible. Has your relationship with it changed over time? Do you feel differently about doing someone's hair now than you did then?
I think hairdressing has changed dramatically
Yeah.
over the years. You know, when I first started hairdressing, we were inundated with assistants and everybody wants to be hairdressers, and you'd walk into a salon, they'd be standing everywhere
Yes,
trying
yes.
to find a job. Nowadays, you know, every place works kind of short-staffed in some particular way.
Yeah.
I'm still walk past a hairdressing salon and look in the
And
window.
going, what's going on?
Well, I'm really
Yeah.
nosy anyway, you know. You know, you know. And as well as if we go back to you presenting, you asked me a long while back, yeah?
Yeah.
Would I make a good presenter?
Yeah.
Most definitely, yeah. Most definitely, because you're very personable, you know. But then again, you're going to get rejection. You're going to
Yeah,
get
oh
people
God,
go, oh,
yeah.
no, I've not got time for this.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or
yeah.
they don't know what your agenda is.
Yeah.
I think as well as, you know, the world is like a library out there, isn't it? I mean, the new books,
Yeah.
the interest in other people.
Yeah.
You know, I never know what I'm getting when
Yeah.
sitting down in front of me. I
Yeah.
don't know what my day is going to be like. Every single person is different. Every
Yeah.
day is different. And it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Think you'd ever stop hairdressing?
I don't know. There's moments because I'm 65 and I should be retired and I should be, you know, having a barber on, 2 golden Labradors, a pair of wellies and a fishing rod up in Scotland.
Oh,
but
chic.
I'm no.
No.
I'm still hanging about Soho
You in the
Covent
Highlands.
Garden, you know, just having a good time, thinking
Yeah.
I'm still 25.
Which you are.
Which I am.
You
Inside
are.
I'm still 25.
Like, that's the thing. Who says because you're 65? Who cares?
Exactly.
You love doing hair.
It's all about liking life, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all about liking life. You're from Stirling?
I'm from Stirling,
Yeah.
but I did socialise, because I'm only 28 miles from Glasgow.
Yeah, so it's not far.
So, yeah, and I socialised a lot in Glasgow, I
Yeah.
had friends in Glasgow.
Yeah.
I'm going up there in May, look forward to it, put the kilt on and,
Yeah.
you know, do the whole thing, be very Scottish. I tint my
Big boy.
eyebrows and eyelashes, because I've got to, because I look like Babe the Pig if I don't.
Who's someone you looked up to or inspired
Well,
you?
I think through the years of hairdressing, and I think most hairdressers would say the very same thing, Reed Alston, of course.
Yeah.
There's been a lot, I mean, if you look at Tony and Guy, the Mascalo brothers, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, they were all talented and very different in their own right. I've always been a wee bit intrigued by who's hairdresser who. I was always been intrigued by Marilyn Monroe, for instance.
Yeah.
She had various hairdressers. A lot of the time when I looked after my VIPs, if you want to call them
Yeah.
that, you know, a lot of the time it was for occasions.
Yeah.
And sometimes you would look at the television and I would look and just go, you would look and just go, oh, she looks lovely, or
Yeah.
he looks great.
And you'd go,
And I'd go, that side doesn't look right. It's got a beautiful shine on it. I mean, my appointments run about an hour. I mean, after an hour, I'm getting bored with
Yeah.
people.
we're nearly there. Ian's had enough.
My whole
yeah.
relationship works on an appointment system. Yeah, yeah. Next.
What are your top, Ian, your top hair care tips for people?
I think the top hair care tips is try and not use too much heat on your hair. Masks, keep it hydrated.
You're shiny.
Look at that. So it's nice and healthy.
Yeah.
You know. Look at that, beautiful. Those little treatment on it.
Yeah,
just
thank
to hydrate
you.
it. It was
Yeah.
mainly for strength and shine. It's been an
Thank you.
absolute pleasure.
No, genuinely.
Yeah, it's been really lovely.
And
Lovely.
meeting you it felt like a real cosmic weird moment. I was having such a day of like, what am I doing? And then I met you and you were such a joy.
Oh,
And you just
bless
never
you.
know who you've run into.
But I'm glad you came into Trevor Sorbie.
Me
and
too.
Had an experience.
You're the best. Thanks, Ian. I mean, come on. What an incredible person. He's so insightful, he's so kind, he's so knowledgeable about what he does. He's really like a titan of that industry. So humble. Just a huge shout out to Emmeline, my best friend, who is behind the camera. And you might have noticed during that Ian was chatting to Emmeline a lot, and I think it's really a testament of like how great my friend, I will get emotional, how amazing my friends have been during this time. Sat there watching the cameras filming, helping me with that chat. Not that Ian needs the help to chat, he will chat for days and he's such a joy, but that whole experience was really like in my top 5 memories of life. I have no words. Do you?
No.
I'm speechless. And it was hilarious. And he came up with some absolute corker one-liners. So shiny.
It actually is